Hello, my name is Allison Welch. Many of you probably know me, but there are several people in the class that I don't know. I want to apologize that I cannot be with you there in person. I know I had my son Matthew was starting college, and I had to drop him off on Sunday, and they're in Michigan, and there was no way for me to get all the way back to join you this morning. So please forgive me. I look forward to seeing every single one of you on Wednesday. Uh, so what I'm going to do right now is kind of go through some expectations. I have also given your teacher, your substitute teacher, there some activities to do with you today. So I hope you have a fun time. First of all, just a reminder, homework will be due on Wednesday. So hopefully you've already been working on it. I gave you plenty of time. And you can also send me messages through Jupiter if you have any questions. I answer them day or night. Do not answer something because you have questions for me. Do not wait until the day it's due. That's not helpful. You've got to be forethinking and not waiting until the last minute to do your homework. So this is a really good class of that's going to help you grow this year. Each one of you is going to grow in ways that you could not have imagined. I so enjoy teaching this class. This will be my 7th year, I believe, maybe 8, I think 7. And I really enjoy teaching this class. So you should already have your syllabus book. It is your big thick book that has spaces for writing answers in. And if you have not already had, or your parents have not already done this for you, you need to have the binding cut and the book 3-hole punched and put into at least a 3-inch binder. 2.5 inch maybe. Probably 2.5 inch would be good. Anyway, that if you have not done that already, needs to be done by Wednesday so that you can turn in your homework. That's the way that we take out the pages and turn that in whenever it's due. I'll explain that when I get back on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, I will have a list for you of all the assignments that will be due the entire year. So there will be no reason, no excuses. Jupiter will have it, you will have it, and you will always turn in your homework on time. Anyway, I wanted to kind of go through the goal of the class. So the purpose of this study is to help you establish a biblical worldview in your heart and your mind. It'll lay a solid foundation for your personal life, hopefully, maybe ongoing, and kind of give you an idea. We're going to be talking about ideas and concepts and things that you will confront throughout life. We're going to focus first on what do we as Christians believe? What are the basics of Christianity? We're going to go through 7 worldview questions and answer each one of those. The first question is, who is God? Who is God? Who is man? We're going to talk about who is Jesus. We're going to talk about nature and of ethics, and where does evil come from? Why are there evil things in the world? What happens to man at death? And also kind of the meaning of history is one of the questions we're going to talk about. What does it matter what happened way back when? But this particular question gets into purpose. What is the purpose of man? Why are we here? Why are humans on this earth? And that's a very important question to ask, and we'll get to that. So I have high expectations for each one of you. I expect you to turn things in on time. I expect you to answer all of your questions thoroughly. So we'll walk through some of your assignment, and we'll talk about what my expectations are. You're going to be reading, and then you will summarize what you're reading. Sometimes you may have to read the same section 2 or 3 times to really understand what the point of that is. That's okay. We all do that. And so you're going to have to draw conclusions that may not be evident. And this is where you stretch. This is where you grow. So you feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to talk to your parents. You can work together with others in the classroom if you have a friend, but the answers need to be your own. But you can talk about it. That's what this whole thing is. I do not accept the answer, I don't know, or another version of it is, I could not find the answer. I can tell you that in this book that I have only found maybe 2 or 3 times where the answer literally is not in the books. So you should be able to find it in the book. If you're having trouble with that, talk to your parents and or contact me. I will often tell you what page, what paragraph you can find it in. I don't want to do that all the time, but if you're really struggling with it, then contact me and I will tell you where you can find the answers in the book. Okay? I will, Jupiter, I have access to Jupiter at any time. So between now and Wednesday, if you have a question, I will get back to you as quickly as I can. So don't wait until Wednesday to ask questions. You need to ask questions beforehand because you're not waiting until the last minute to do your homework. Okay? I also, when we're discussing things in class, and you'll find that's out on Wednesday, is I really don't like I don't know answers in class. And I don't know, but I would like to find out, or even, it's okay to guess. It's okay, I mean, not, you've read the information. What do you think? Often people might be hesitant and not know that they really know the answer. They're afraid to be wrong, and that's okay. We're not going to worry about if we're wrong or not. We want to learn and grow in this class. So, in your book, write as neatly as you can. I know some people have better handwriting than others. If your handwriting is hard to read, that makes it more difficult for me. But at the same time, I also know that some people have struggles with handwriting. If you need to type it, that's okay. If there's any issues with that, please contact me or have your parents contact me and we'll work out something. One thing you need to do in this class every day is bring your syllabus, which I have in front of me if you're wondering what I'm pointing at. And you're going to bring this book every day, the whole book. All the pages. Don't take out half and leave it at home. I know it's heavy. I know it's bulky, but you need to have the entire book with you every day, all year. And you'll bring the syllabus in the 3-ring binder, and you will bring whatever book we're reading. So right now, the first lesson you are reading you should be reading How to Read Slowly. So you'll bring your book, How to Read Slowly, and you're also reading in Know What You Believe. So you're going to be bringing 2 books on Wednesday and your syllabus with you to class. Also, I would like you to have a Bible, either a physical Bible or access to an online Bible is fine as well. I will often have you guys look up Bible verses and maybe read those out loud, or we'll look at them together. All right. So remember, bring all your books to class. that we are currently reading. So when we switch to new books, and I'll keep you updated on that, you will bring those new books. You don't need to bring the books we've already finished or we aren't using that week. This is a class participation class. You're going to be participating, answering questions, asking questions. Like, I don't understand this. Can you explain this more? Let's dig into this a little bit deeper. Okay? So I expect you to participate in discussions. That means you need to have done the homework. You need to have read, and thought about it and contemplated it. This class requires you to think hard, and so maybe deeper than you have before. All right, it's okay to question what you're reading. In general, we're going to be going through what Christians believe. I don't know you. I don't know exactly what your family believes and where you've been or what you believe. It's okay to question. Oh, well, I don't really understand. Why did Jesus have to die? Suffering is a hard question. Why do we have suffer? Why did my dog have to die? Why do we have to suffer those things? And we'll talk about those. It's okay to question what you're reading and ask questions during class. So I want you guys each to work really, really hard to not get behind on your homework. Because if you get behind on your homework, if you're going on vacation, you need to plan ahead. If you are the answer to the question, do I have any homework, in starting points from now until the end of April 2020 is yes, I have homework. If you're already caught up and you can work ahead, you don't have to wait until we get there. Homework is going to be required. It's going to take you 30 to 60 minutes, 1 hour a day. So every day for 5 days out of the week. So if you don't do school on Monday and you don't do school on Wednesday, you're going to need to do school on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unless you do more on one of the days that you of the other days. So be prepared, be thinking, think ahead, make sure that you're staying on top of things. Okay? As per Hope's policy on late work, anything turned in late will get a 10% deduction. So, for instance, is it better to turn something in 50% completed or to turn it in late? Well, in this instance, it would be to turn it in late and complete. So think about that. I do not really, especially at the beginning of the class, really grade on content, that it's right or correct. I take off points if you didn't answer at all. So if you leave something blank or you write, I don't know, then I will count off on that particular question. As we get later into the year, I will start counting things wrong if I can tell that you didn't really read the assignment, that you're just trying to guess. And I can tell. So don't question me on that. We are going to be doing, just FYI, we're going to be doing 3 essays this year. That's 3 papers. And the first one is called My Worldview. We're going to be talking about what Christians believe, and then you're going to be kind of reiterating what that is. And then also we're going to do a paper on you get a choice, either Jekyll and Hyde, which we're going to read later, or Frankenstein, which we're also going to read. You get to choose which one of those you want to write it on, and I'll walk through exactly what's required. And then also the third one is going to be tracing the ideas from the Declaration of Independence. That'll be in April or March, towards the end of the year, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so those are my expectations. Your first homework will be due on Wednesday, so I hope you're already working on that. And I hope that if you have any questions, you feel free to send me a message through Jupiter, and I'll get that. I do want to say, so I'll just kind of go, let's talk about what a worldview is. Seems like an important thing to ask. What is a worldview? It's pretty simple. Is that a worldview is your view of the world. You might think of it as glasses. It is when you put on glasses, you look at things differently. I don't know if you've ever worn rose-colored glasses. If you look through rose-colored glasses or blue-colored glasses, it tints everything either rose, red, or blue, depending on the glasses that you put on. It kind of changes how you view the world. So a worldview could be considered like glasses. And it has what we have are pre-assumed things about the world that sometimes we're not even aware of, that help us kind of figure out why we're here, how we should act, what we should do. So we're going to really focus on those big questions about the world. How'd the world get here? Who is God, or who is the ultimate thing? We here at Hope believe that God created us and created everything around us, and that because of that, we can have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and that we can fulfill our purpose because we know that God has a purpose for us. This all goes into that. Not everybody believes those things, and sometimes we ourselves say we believe one thing, but we really act as if we believe something else. And we'll get deep into that this whole semester. So, this whole year. So it is very important. Your parents have put you in this class because they want you to think deeply about these things. And so give it your best effort and ask questions and understand what it is we believe and why we believe it. Those are 2 books you're going to be reading, by the way. Anyway, so that is the basics of what we're going to be doing this year. It gives you a little bit of stuff to look forward to on Wednesday. I apologize that I could not be there. Oh, I don't think I told you. If I did, I apologize. I might be repeating myself. But I am currently in Maine. It is, and that's why it looks funny, and I have sun coming in, so it's on my face. It wasn't when I started. Anyway, I'm in a cabin in Maine that my family comes to every year. And so this is August 10th, and we will be leaving here in about 5 days. But however, I cannot make it back for class. So you guys have a great year. I look forward to seeing every single one of you, and enjoy the rest of class and the things that are on the list. Bye. See you Wednesday.